over based on what I noticed you did over the past few days when we really started working in terms of word problems and multiplication. I noticed that there was a misconception. When I say misconception, that means there was a concept that was kind of done wrong or in a weird way. Something that you're misstepping with, okay? So I want to go over something, and it's something that we all know how to do, and that is annotate. You've been doing annotating for a real long time now, right?
Yeah.
What I want you to really do very quickly, just to review, I want Peanut Butters to tell Jelly what that word annotate means and how we use it in math. Teach. I heard you using some language that I want you to kind of share with the rest of the class. So I know you shared with your group, but I want you to share with the class what you were sharing with your group.
I said the word we use in math for annotating is cubes. FE stands for eliminating anything we don't need. FE stands for boxing and keyword. U stands for underlining question. SC stands for circling and labeling numbers that you need. S stands for solve and check your work to make sure it's right.
Okay, that's a phase that we've really been trying to go over, is that whole check your work and solve phase, right?
Yes.
If I had to replace the word annotate with another word, what might I use? Or phrase, another word or phrase, what might I say? If I don't want to use the word annotate, I can say that I'm just going to do what?
You're just gonna find
Think about the process that what are you doing to the word problem when you are annotate? What is that action that you're doing?
You're trying to find the pieces that you need for the problem.
Okay, we're trying to find the pieces. And so what am I doing? If I had a word problem here and you see me sitting here doing all of these drawings and I'm circling and I'm underlining, what am I doing to that word problem? This is something that we worked on last year, but I'm only going to give you one last hint. And we were talking about like what we hear in the word and note, take. Call it. Call on someone for assistance real quick, because you're almost there, and I see it there. 5, 4, 3, 2.
The word that Mackenzie's trying to say is
and note, take. So what am I doing when I am annotating a word problem, or I'm annotating around text? I am going to take, blow it if you know it, release.
no!
You remember it finally clicked, right? So I use that annotate, that means I'm going to take notes, right? So I'm going to tell you this. You are masters at circling and labeling numbers. You are masters at underlining the question. And you are certainly masters at boxing, action, and keywords that we know. You're masters at that. Almost. Because when we get down to this eliminate phase and evaluate phase, this is the one that we need help on. Because now that we're doing multiplication, things are a little bit different. Words that we might have heard and we know go along with addition in all together. Doesn't that addition just pop into your head when you hear those words?
Yeah.
But now that we're doing multiplication, that means different things. So that means our evaluate phase might look differently based on the clues that we find in a problem. What does the word evaluate mean? Listen to this sentence. I will evaluate the science projects and give them all a score. Using the context of that sentence, what does the word evaluate mean? What is a synonym for that word? I will evaluate the science projects and I will give them all a score. Jelly, tell Peanut Butter what your word might be. Teach.
Okay.
Evaluate the science project and give them the word evaluate. I will evaluate all of the science projects and give them a score. Watch me. Imagine that around our whole U here, I have different science projects. I will evaluate all of the science projects and then give them a score. Now, Jelly, I want you to share with Peanut Butter. What does evaluate mean? Teach.
Okay.
If Jelly has finished their thought, Peanut Butter may add and switch. Shamaya, share with us what Mayana was saying.
Mayana said she thinks evaluating means that somebody's judging how something looks.
Okay, so they are judging against something and trying to figure out what that project might deserve or need to be better or how they should solve it. So evaluate means to judge, analyze, examine what's going on. So in math, when we evaluate, this is the part where we boxed in those keywords like in all and all together. But in the evaluate phase, that's when we say, wait a minute, what are we supposed to do with those keywords? Does it really mean to add? That's when you visualize. You visualize what's happening in the problem, and then you figure out that if your clue is telling you that you have, what's the multiplication? It has to have this to be multiplying. We talked about this. This is the rule of multiplying. If you realize that the clues in your word problem is stating that you have, blow it if you know it, release. Class.
Yes.
So, I heard two things there, and both I like. But I'm talking about a rule. So what I was thinking about is equal groups. I also heard each, and each is definitely one of those key words, in each. A clue saying that you have a certain amount in each is a key word for multiplication. But if it's giving you a clue that is equal groups, then you know that when you think about in all and all together, you may not be adding just the numbers you see in a word problem. you might actually have to visualize and draw a model or a picture because you are multiplying equal groups. Okay, so I have some. So here's our chart. Oh, and lastly, Valentine, you brought this up earlier. Solve and check is very important. After we come up with a plan, when we evaluate, then we solve it, and then we just check to make sure everything is correct. Now look at this. I need someone to read this word problem we have on the board. Trey, go ahead.
There are 8 pencil cases in a box. I ordered 7 boxes. How many pencil cases do I have in all?
Great, okay? So there are 8 pencil cases in a box. I ordered 7 boxes. How many pencil cases do I have in all? So if I were to annotate this problem, what would I do? What would I do to annotate? Kyrie?
You circle the 8 and 7.
Okay, so I need to circle. I'm doing a different color so we can see. Okay, so I would circle the 8, circle the 7. Then what? Kyrie, keep going.
Then you box in how many?
So underline and then box in what?
How many?
How many?
In all?
In all. Doesn't your brain just kind of want to think about addition right now?
Yes.
So it does. What else? What else is a key word that is very important for us to figure this problem out? Darius, what do you think?
Order.
Well, order is the process, right? That's the verb of the problem. What do you think, Kiana? In a what?
Box.
Okay. What else? What else? London?
Cases.
Oh. When I read this the first time, I almost didn't realize this part. I'm going to read it through one more time. This time, I want you to visualize. Because we have over here, we have all of these multiplication strategies. At the very bottom, I said you need to visualize the problem, then solve. So think about it. There are 8 pencil cases in a box. I ordered 7 boxes. How many pencil cases do I have in all? Okay? Open your eyes. Avery, what were you thinking? What are you thinking?
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay, so now we're at that evaluate phase. We've circled, underlined, box. We need all of this information here. We're not eliminating anything. So now we're in that evaluate phase. What are the factors here? Because in all means that they're looking for a product, right?
Yes.
So what are our factors? Valentine, what do you think?
7 and 8.
You think 7 and 8 are factors? Can you describe to me how you know?
I know because it sounds like a multiplication problem because they're looking for how many pencils are in each of 7 boxes.
Very good. Okay, anybody else agree? I completely agree with that. I want peanut butter, when I say go and teach, I want peanut butter to take out your dry erase board and marker, and together with your partner, I want you to show me a model that can represent this problem. Teach. I'm looking for a nice, neat model that shows this problem. So take out your marker, and this is the side that you're working on, and this is the If you choose to show the multiplication fact that matches this problem, I want it to read as true in terms of groups of and how many are in each.
Wait, what? No, it's 7.
I'm seeing different strategies. I see some teamwork here. I see 2 different strategies happening at the same time. Remember, I want this to read true for what you have shown me, for how many boxes there are and how many pencil cases are in each box. Okay, so double checking you reread the details.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1.
Wait, no, let's put the first 2. Oh, class.
Oh, yes.
So I have 2 models here. Okay? So, Geronte and Jalen, we have an array, and then we have a model. Our problem said what? How many boxes did we have, Avery?
8.
Did we have 8?
7.
We had 7 boxes. How many are in each box? How many pencil cases are in each box, Avery? 8. So how many groups do we have?
8.
How many groups do we have? How many boxes? That's the big groups, right? So how many do we have? How many boxes should we have, though? 7. So eliminate one of yours. And then you should have how many in each? Here's our a picture model with 7 groups, 8 in each group, and the multiplication sentence reads 7 times 8 equals 56. 7 groups of 8 equals 56. Okay? Swipe your board. I have another example. Oh, class. I'm ready to move on. So sometimes you might have a problem and you don't really see many keywords in there at all. You might not see many keywords in there at all. I see Corey sitting in learner's position waiting for my next instructions. So, how many legs do 7 elephants have? When you think about this, you might not see any math keywords besides how many. But what information do you need to think about before you start solving this, Dakari?
You just need to think about
How many what?
how many legs does elephant have with 7?
Right there. The first part of information that you needed to figure out was the fact that elephants have 4 legs. So that becomes one of your factors. What's your other factor? What's your other factor, Rihanna? 7 is our other factor. Which factor is how many groups? Which factor is how many groups, Corey?
7.
Good. And which factor is how many are in each group? Shanae? 4. Peanut. Who gave me the model last time?
Peanut
I want peanut butter to draw. No, jelly draw. Sorry. Jelly draw a model that matches this problem quickly. Jelly draw a model that matches this picture. Once Jelly is done drawing the model, I want peanut butter to write the multiplication fact that matches that problem. I want peanut butter to draw the multiplication fact that matches that problem. Remember, you don't need to ask me. You need to be in learner's position. That shows me that you would like me to stop. Oh, class. So I stopped over here. Finish it quickly. I stopped over here to actually show their picture model. I actually stopped over here to show their picture model first, and then they did the array as well. Okay? So we have 7 groups, we have 7 elephants, and we realized they have 4 in each. This is what I mean when you have to evaluate, because there might be information that you just have to use your own schema for. Remember that own background knowledge of the fact that we know the elephants have 4 legs, right? So use your schema to come up with other factors that I didn't tell you that elephants have 4 legs in the word problem, did I?
No.
No, but you had to remember that. You can't just tell me the answer is 7. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want dry erase markers away. I want dry erase boards away. I want you in learning position in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. I have 100% of my class deserving gold ticket. What I need now is this. Hunter sent Kamani 4 text messages on 5 different days. How many text messages did Hunter send? So if I annotate, I'm doing what? Keviana, walk me through it.
You have to circle 4 and 5.
Circle 4 and 5.
And box it how many.
You.
Underline
Okay.
how many text messages did Hunter send.
Okay. And
then box in how many.
box in how many.
And different.
And
Different date.
different date. Is that really keywords though? 5 on different days. Is that telling me more information?
Yeah.
It is? Okay. So I'll box in different days, but I want you to explain to me why I'm boxing in different days. What is that telling you about?
Because if it was the same day, we'll be doing something different. We'll be doing like 4,000. Oh.
No. The thought process you're going through is exactly what I was just talking about. In terms of we see how many, and if we don't realize that the word problem says different days, on 5 different days. So visualize somebody getting 4 text messages on 5 different days. 4 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday, and 4 on Friday. That's much different. If I didn't have this, then I might just say it's one day and I can do 4 plus 5, right? And have 2 add-ins and it's looking for my whole. Because it says different days, what operation are we clued in on now? What do you think?
I think the operation we are clued in on is that from different days, I think that's like equal groups and each because different days are like one group, and one group.
Oh, I couldn't have put it better myself. When I think of different days, I think of equal groups. One group. In my mind, when I visualize that, I see that picture. I see the model that I can draw. What is a model that I can draw? And I need you to walk me. No, Darius, just come up and do it. Right here. Quick. Draw a quick model that we can use for this. Okay, so let's see. So how many groups do you have? You have 4 groups, okay? Here, we talked about it being how many different days? So the 4 represents what? The text messages that happened on each day. Okay? Got something else you want to change? Need to revise? Okay, so let's try again. I'll let you try one more time. Now think about visualize it and think about what the problem is telling you. 4 text messages on 5 different days. Four text messages. 4 text messages. While Darius is finishing up his model, I hear a lot of text and I see a lot of agrees. What now is the multiplication fact? What now is the multiplication fact that matches the solving phase of this problem? I have 5 different days. This could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And now I have 4 text messages on each day. Avery, what is the multiplication fact that matches this? 5. Remember, this could be groups of that multiplication sign of. And what did you solve for your product? Because you know our product is how many text messages. So they're looking for a product here. How many what? 1T.
Yes.
Okay, agree? Do you see how it helps to visualize the problem?
Yes.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, I want you to pay very close attention. As this is happening, as I'm reading it, visualize what's going on, okay?